Western classical music, we have a series of so-called rules that governs how music progresses, particularly during the common practice period. In that period, we have what is known as functional harmony, which is like it sounds, harmony that serves a particular function. That function is primarily to move us from home to something that is not home, and then move us back to home. Let's look at an example. This is Mary Had a Little Lamb. We see two chords here, G major and D major. Each of them play a particular function. In this case, we would call G major home, or the tonic chord. D major plays a different function. It takes us away from home. We call this the dominant chord. However, the dominant chord really wants to go back home, and in this case it does. Last time, we looked at how in a major key, the 1, 4, and 5 are major, the 2, 3, and 6 are minor, and the 7 is diminished. However, a chord being major or minor doesn't necessarily determine the function that it plays in each key. There are three basic functions that a chord can play, and it changes based on the key that we're in. For example, G major won't always play the home function. A chord can either be tonic, dominant, or subdominant. And I understand what a debate I might have just started among theorists, but you clearly see which camp I'm in. Generally speaking, subdominant chords want to go to dominant chords. Dominant chords want to go to tonic chords, and as we've said, tonic is home. We can split each of the 7 diatonic chords into their respective functions. The tonic chords are the 1, the 3, and the 6. The subdominant are the 2 and the 4, and the dominant are the 5 and the 7. So from this, we could create a progression of chords that follows these functions. We see a tonic that leads to a subdominant, that leads to a dominant, that leads back to a tonic. We'll look more in depth at each of these functions in a later episode. Next, we'll take a closer look at tonic chords. So leave any questions you have in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of 2-Minute Music Theory. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Also be sure to check out my other channel, Jesse Strickland Music, which is home of all of my compositions. And if you're the kind of person who uses social media, feel free to connect with me there.